rise for pledge and flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
Where's Brenda this evening?
At church.
Okay, moving on. Next item is approval of the agenda. Does anyone have anything they'd like to add or alter on the agenda?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Support.
Moved and supported to approve the agenda as submitted. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carried. The next item is approval of the minutes for the November 10th meeting.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported to approve the minutes for the November 10th meeting. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. The next item is the financial report.
We began the month of November with $116,821.35. We took in receipts of $73,784.77, and we made disbursements in the amount of $32,601.51, leaving us with an ending balance in the general fund of $158,004.61.
I'll make a motion to approve the financial report as submitted.
I'll support it.
Moved and supported to approve the financial report as submitted. Any discussion? Hearing none, I will call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries.
And that's the Coast Guard.
Moving on, correspondence, item A. Communication from the Richmond Lennox EMS and the American Red Cross that they're going to be having a blood drive on Tuesday, January the 5th, 2016. And it's going to be at the Richmond Township offices on School Section Road and M19. So hopefully you're so inclined and you can help possibly save some lives. That's January the 5th from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m.
I'd just like to comment, it's really impressive what they do. I mean, 3,800 runs, 20,000 rides. It's truly something,
Yeah, it
what
is.
they do.
It is.
And very good response time, so.
Okay, moving on. We have no old business, up to new business. Item A, county drain assessments. Every year we get assessments for work done on the county drains in Casco Township. This year, fortunately, or unfortunately, the cost is low, but that means the amount of work was low. As you see in your packet there, the total cost for the year was $1,105.36. And I would request that if you have a motion, that you include the amount in the motion.
I would move that we approve the $1,105.36 payment for the drain work
Aye.
to the county.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported to approve the county drain assessments for 2015 and the amount given. Have a roll call vote, please.
Dan?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Me? Yes. Bill?
Aye.
And Colin? Yes.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda are the meeting dates for 2016.
Yeah, there's one November the 8th. Doesn't that fall in the general election?
As far as I was told, it's the first Tuesday of the month.
First
This is
Tuesday.
the second Tuesday.
Yeah, it's first Tuesday, not second.
Okay, but the first, can we double check on that?
I already did, we did.
Really, so election's going to 1st November?
I remember
Yeah.
being on the 3rd.
I thought for some reason if it fell, the first Tuesday fell on like a Monday or
No,
fell on the 1st, they would refer it to the next one.
No,
I think it may be the 8th.
no,
Well, if it is, we can change it.
it's
We got
not,
another
I
one.
already checked.
I don't know. Patty checked and they told her it was the second.
All right, maybe
Or
it is
first
the first.
Tuesday for the
It's
election.
always the first Tuesday, and the only time it isn't is
March.
in March.
I thought for some reason that if the first Tuesday fell on the
Oh.
first of the month, that it defers to the second Tuesday. let's just check on that, because I
Okay.
could have sworn the general election this year is on the 8th of November.
Oh, well.
No,
Well, no.
I don't know.
March 8th we have.
Right, no, this is not March, this is November.
No.
Let's check into it.
All right, we'll check it.
What do you think out there?
I don't know. Sorry.
I asked, they said it was the first.
All right.
This,
What are we looking
this
for?
gentleman has a
Oh,
smartphone.
there you go.
General election for 2016,
Okay.
Let's find out.
November.
I
Get
don't
on
know,
that
this may
smartphone.
take a minute. but-
That's okay, we're zipping through the agenda.
Yeah.
I don't have a copy of the dates, do I?
It's in your
I just saw.
update.
Update.
I put everyone
Yeah,
in there
here
so
it
it
is.
wouldn't, the agenda wouldn't be so long.
Yeah, I have them here, yes.
The day when America chooses a new chief executive, among other elected official, but America
We're
doesn't care
looking
about that.
for, we're looking for the date of the general election in
General
2000.
election 2016.
What's the date of the general election in 2016, Google?
Well, actually, there's 3 of them,
Presidential.
No one cares about the other ones, they only care about that November one.
so. Well, if you don't get through the August one, you're not gonna see the November one.
Okay,
There ought to be 2 of them.
presidential election, let's see if you can tell me what the date is on this one. Well, we're not doing very well here. Okay, there's something else. You might go on and I will break in when I find it.
Yes, we'll break for,
Yeah.
Well,
then I
we
won't be-
can't okay the
Then I won't
date.
seem so inept. I started something. Well, I
Okay,
did, but it just didn't say.
keep working on it.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, so we're gonna put a hold on the meeting dates and move on. to-
November 8th, 2016, pardon me interrupting you, Mr. Supervisor.
Is it November 8th?
2008.
You were right, no,
I,
2000, and then in
16.
2000, that's, yeah, no, 2016, right?
It's not 2116, is it?
No, 2016, what else you want to know, now that I got it?
No. Well, it is the 8th.
Tuesday, November 8th.
I thought because if it fell, the first Tuesday fell on a month, the first, they would defer to the next one.
But this is this,
No, honey, you're confused.
No, no, the
I'm
Tuesday.
confused, now
it's
I'm.
good, the election in November will be on the 8th,
Okay.
Yeah,
so we have to move our meeting to
So
the
alert the
1st.
president.
okay, the first November. All seems
No.
good.
All right. Right.
I'm gonna have to call Google and tell them.
Well, that's what we
It
had
failed me
down though.
before.
No, you had down the 8th for the meeting.
Before the meeting. Okay, so it's the 1st.
Okay, good call, Joe.
All right.
Wait,
What?
what did you just say?
The election is on the 8th, so we have to move our meeting to the 1st of
First.
November.
Right.
All right,
So they're not
Okay,
the same
so-
date.
all
All
right.
right.
So all the dates are good except November 8th will move to November 1st.
Right.
Okay, I guess I make that motion.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Do we make a motion on this and vote? on it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Who's gonna support me?
I'll support you.
well, did you read the, you looking at the update?
What's that? Yeah, we also.
Joe.
Yeah, just,
Does it, did you read the line underneath, the dates?
Okay,
That's the open meetings act right there.
all right, okay. All right, I make a motion to approve the following dates for the 2016 Casco Township Board of Trustees meeting. January 12th, February 9th, March 1st, April 12th, May 10th, June 14th, July 12th, August 9th, September 3rd, October 11th, November 1st, December 13th. All dates will be at 7 PM at the Casco Township Hall. What's the,
4512.
4512 Meldrum Road, Casco, Michigan, 48064. Is that sufficient?
Your phone number.
Okay, 586-727, 7524.
Correct.
Bravo.
Support.
Oh,
Okay,
if there's, it's already supported. All right.
okay. Moved and supported to set the meeting dates, time and location and everything else. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Okay, moving on. Item C, ZBA appointment. We have one person whose term is expiring, and they have agreed to re-up for another 3-year term. So we need a motion to
I make
appoint that person.
a motion to reappoint Hugo Mancini to the zoning board of appeals for another 3-year term.
And it's supported. Okay, moved and supported to appoint Hugo Mancini to a 3-year term on the ZBA. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, motion carries. Item D, Planning Commission. We have 3 terms expiring, and all 3 individuals have agreed to be reappointed. And they are certainly my recommendation, as was Hugo, and we need a motion.
I got a question. Do I need to abstain because my wife is part of this, on that list?
Yeah,
That'd be
Yeah.
I probably would.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll abstain.
I would say for my brother, he's, you know.
But I don't know if there is really any problem there or not, but I'll just do that
Yeah.
as a
Okay.
matter of fact, which is,
Yeah.
Okay.
you know.
Okay, we need a motion.
Yep, I make a motion, we reappoint Denise Page, Cynthia Goldston, and Keith Telto to 3-year terms to the Casco Township Planning Commission.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported to make those appointments. Is there any discussion?
I just want to make a statement that all 3 are very developing and fine as very good planning commission.
Yes, they
I
are.
think the planning commission now has been the best it has been in years. A lot of good discussion, a lot of very smart, reflective people on it.
Very good.
Okay, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, 1 abstention.
One abstention.
Motion carries. Moving on, item E, summer tax collection. You want me to do that, or you want to do it, Colleen? I kind of put it in the
Yeah,
update,
it's
so.
in the updates. It has not changed at all. We collect 100% of the taxes on the summer tax bill for East China in Richmond, the MISD and RISA, and 50% for Anchor Bay. And they can all be paid by mail at the Township Hall during regular business hours, at First State Bank in Richmond, and the Bell River Community Credit Union on Gratiot in Richmond. And we also have a drop box for your convenience.
Where does the public pick up dog licenses? Do they do that?
They do that at my office between December 1st and March 1st, I believe. Mhm.
Okay. We do not need to take any action on it. That's just informational thing that we're supposed to do every year.
No, aren't we supposed to approve that?
I don't believe we did last year.
Okay.
You remember voting on it?
No, I don't. I just tell you that that's what I'm doing.
That's what I thought you just
All right.
said.
Wait a minute. 50% is for Anchor Bay and MISD.
No, the
Right.
no.
100% for everybody but Anchor Bay. In the
Oh,
summer.
got it. Okay.
That's the school.
So for Anchor Bay.
Okay. We'll move on. Item F. We're having a little problem enforcing our zoning ordinance with one person. And we've sent our communication, and I would like board action to approve following up if we do not get any action in the way of to move along with legal action against Ms. Pamela Smith.
What's the background on this one?
She has 29 dogs. She needs a.
She has a dog kennel, commercial kennel, it's not licensed. And she has to jump some hoops to get it, and she came in, but she doesn't want to follow through and work on it. So,
Any problem, I mean, any background, any reason for that?
Because you have to have a license.
No, I know, but.
well, she had
I mean, do you
she
think
had
she
to get a
cooperates?
property.
Oh, you mean,
Big
why
risk,
is
I
it?
mean, it
Yeah.
sounds like she has an ongoing, you know, operation there, big,
Nice person,
and you wouldn't wanna
but
lose
she
it.
needs a property survey to move along.
Oh, I see, so there's probably cost in that.
So, I don't know what the reason is, but that's part of it.
But she's gotta do it.
Right, she's got beautiful dogs.
Yeah,
So-
she should do.
Right.
Hopefully we can work it out, but
I know you always work to try to
Yeah.
do these
So-
things in a diplomatic fashion, but
any legal action would be definitely a last resort.
Right.
But
gotta get notified,
But
get the ball, get it on track.
in some of the stuff for her to get, I mean, is she certified by the county or that?
Just no.
county, yes, all the county says is they'll give you a kennel license, and all that's required is you have approval from the local municipality,
Well, she,
and then every dog has a license.
she doesn't have, I mean,
Our approval.
yeah,
But the county will not do anything with that.
okay. What about, yeah, no, that's a private matter, but like, you think she couldn't get insurance if she didn't have an approved, I mean, that she wasn't running a legal business? You know?
Well,
Well, it's
they
not her
probably don't.
primary business, but it's, she has a kennel. So
Right.
$29 is a kennel.
2 years
I think,
ago,
I would think so.
last year she had 29, this year she had 23.
You can't get around with that.
No,
It's a lot of dogs.
right.
So it is what it is. So I just need, if you want to, I need board approval so I can move ahead if we have to.
Okay, I make a motion for the supervisor to move forward if we don't get a response to our notification for a Casco Township zoning ordinance violation operating a kennel without a special land use approval.
Support.
Moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Hearing none? Well, did she put down for a roll call?
Yes,
now?
she did.
Have a roll call vote, please.
All right. Colleen,
Yes.
Bill,
Aye.
me, yes, Joe,
Yes.
and Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Item G, employee compensation. This is in regards to the two folks that work in the office here every day. I've spoken to both of them. They did not have a problem. My recommendation is a 25% an hour increase in wage and one additional vacation day to bring their total to 11, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
10 right now.
So,
The, oh, okay,
sorry.
that's
I
okay.
move that we afford a 25-cent raise and one additional vacation days for Brenda Loper and Linda
King.
King.
I'll
Starting
support that.
starting January
Starting
1st.
January 16th,
First.
particularly, and their wage go up from $16.50 an hour to $16.75 an hour, and from 10 vacation days to 11 vacation days.
I'll support that.
Okay. Moved and supported to approve the pay raise and vacation day for Brenda Loper and Linda Thiem. And the wage comes out to like 1.5%, if you want to do the math. They both do a fine job, right? We're lucky to have them,
Yes.
Sure.
and sounds like a good deal to me. So, any other discussion? A roll call vote, please.
Okay. Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Pat, yes. Bill,
Aye.
and Colin.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
Right in the face.
Joe, before you ask about the zoning thing, did you get the thing in your packet? Whatever that said? That was-
Yeah, it was,
Doesn't that outline kind of what they're doing?
I'm sorry, Bill, you have me at a disadvantage there.
Okay, well, it even says, how many dogs and all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
It was item 3F.
Okay, right. Yeah, about the kennel thing.
Yeah, you asked, somebody asked, unless it was Dan,
What was that?
problem was.
Oh, yeah, Dan did.
Oh, okay.
No, he meant the problem with her not cooperating.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't
I
asking what the
understood
problem.
what it was.
I don't know,
Right.
if I knew that,
We wouldn't be
We
here.
don't.
Well, I mean, there may be some background that helps us understand what's going on there.
I don't know. We'll work on it. Okay, moving on, payment of bills.
I make a motion to approve the bills as submitted.
Support?
Moved and supported to pay the bills. Any discussion? Have a roll call vote, please.
Okay. Colleen,
Yes.
Bill,
Aye.
Pat, Joe,
Yes.
and Dave.
Yes.
Motion carries. Citizens' comments.
I have one in regard, when something happens to our employees, how we lost Quentin there the other day, let us know. I mean, even though Dan and I aren't full members here all the time, we do have the right to know if something happens to one of our employees.
We need to do some kind of, I don't know, resolution of recognition or something for, you know, I appreciate, I don't know, something as a board, just to, because they did good by us
Yeah.
for a long, long time.
Who served longer? Has Bob Gore been a longer employee of the township?
Don't know.
I think Bob.
Probably close.
Yeah, Bob was still, I think, electrical inspector, and my dad was a building inspector, so.
Well, Brenda said when she was cleaning here in '89, Quint was here.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's been over, his wife told me he's been here over 30 years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, his son got the first job mowing the lawn.
Tough.
Yep, and then when he went away to school, and Quentin took over. And she thought it was an 85, which would have been 30 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's too bad. He did a good job for us. And, you know, his wife said it was great, just basically,
He was a great guy. Yeah.
he was
just-
healthy, he just went to bed one night and never woke up.
What happened?
Well, he woke up and said, told his wife, he says, my nose is clogged up and I haven't been able to sleep. And so she gave him some saline, cream, went to sleep and never woke up.
Jeez.
And they've been my
How old?
friends, 82.
It's a good long life.
Yeah, he's been my friend since my boys were little kids, you know. Little league. We were very close.
I told his wife about where one time we had to get a new mower, and we had two mowers that are equally priced. I said, well, let Quentin, he's the one who uses it, let him decide. Well, I'm good with that. So, yeah, we should do something, maybe send something to the family or that, recognition of the service.
Just a letter, maybe, from the supervisor or from us, all signed,
Yeah.
with our names on it,
Yeah.
if we all agree to do that.
All right.
Yeah, I move that we resolve that we send a letter of appreciation and condolences to the Quick family. Dental. I should have said
Okay.
okay.
that.
Anything else?
Yeah, it looks like we're close to getting the ballot, getting the right to put the ballot, propose the millage on there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay, because I know at this stage, it's on Snyder's desk.
I took it up last week.
As soon as we found
This
out
week.
that he signed it,
Oh, he did sign it. I didn't-
Yes, he did
Oh,
sign
yeah,
it.
didn't-
I went
because
Monday.
there was a deadline
Wow,
for
that's great.
signatures, so.
We're all set.
And then, I don't know if we should, I don't weigh in on this, it doesn't affect us. But there's a lot of these zoning issue, you know, loss of control for the town, for local governments, but the one that really troubles me the most is, I don't know about where the other ones are at, but is this dark stores thing. You know, where the, like, you have a big box store like Walmart says it, you know, and their taxes are, they assert that they can, that their taxes should be determined by the vacant buildings in that area that are comparable. It's been,
Really?
oh yeah, they do it now. And the assessors are against this because it doesn't seem reasonable or fair for a number of reasons. Because one, vacant buildings deteriorate, two, vacant buildings have no revenue and are much, you know, normally you'd expect them to be of less value
Right.
than a going concern. And I don't know if we need to weigh in on that. I know it goes on the TV, but I think that's kind of an important issue.
Well, it's like a
and real,
two-edged, it's a two-edged sword.
I'd like to hear that too.
Well, they wanted the tribunal, and and because it's many, many dollars,
Mm-hmm.
they're revamping the tribunal system in Michigan. But basically what they're saying is, as with anything, they're supposed to be taxed on the market value.
Yeah.
Because they're so large, their market value is minimal because there aren't many companies that could afford to buy that building. It isn't that they're telling you a vacant building's worth nothing. What they're saying is, if I want to sell this building tomorrow, this is all I can reasonably expect to get, because if you have a huge mega building, there aren't many people that'll buy it, because they can't use a building that big.
Yeah.
So their point was really probably appropriate for the system that we have. And that's why they won. Well, as soon as they won, now they're taking all this money and out of the taxes, because the taxes are, it's millions of dollars. So that's what's got everybody up in arms. But the anomaly is the size of the building. What is the fair market value of that building? And so it's a touchy situation. So they're working on, probably gonna change something in the tax code, and they're changing the tribunal system primarily because of their ruling on this. So,
It depends where it's located. If it's down on real estate, a lot of times they just knock it down and build new, whatever they want.
well, but you can see where you go down to like, was it 11 Mile, where they had the old Builders Square? You know, what market value did that have when they closed? Probably not nearly what they were taxed.
That's true.
So,
There is another side, I didn't really look at it quite that way.
I don't think they're
Because you would
arguing.
think that a large concern with a prime property that they've spent millions of dollars determining that the market is good in that area for that location, because that's what they do. I mean, they don't do this like, okay, there's a chance we'll succeed here. They go in and they look all of the demographics and all of the property values, and then they scoop it up sometimes without ever telling anybody that they're gonna do that. So they get it cheap, and then they build something that has great value there, great economic impact too. And then they don't pay a lot of taxes because they get, some vacant building down the street that's going to hell, pardon my language, please. And they value it against that building that is, much less value in location, much less value in utility, and they get off scot-free with their taxes.
And
even though they're making
I don't think they're arguing that if they moved out and it was vacant, it should be worth the same as a vacant building. What they're saying is, if we have to move out and we want to sell it, this is all the money we're going to get for it. So that should be a fair market value factor. And that's kind of, don't forget, when you go in these stores, especially like Home Depot, every one of those racks is personal property, that business, and they're paying full taxes on that, the same as the building. Millage rate and everything. So they're paying a lot of taxes. Make no mistake about that. And they have a point. I don't know how it's going to work out, because money's involved and the government wants the money bad. They're probably going to tweak something. But that was how I understood the case in the first place, because it's such a limited, it's an exceptional building. You're not going to get many of them, so it has a limited resale. And the state's saying, well, yeah, but it costs so much money to build, and it should be worth that amount of money, even though you can never sell it for that amount of money. So that's what I understand.
I'm not always convinced that they're paying the taxes that you assert they're paying. After they do what they do with their lawyers and the tax code
Well,
and the loopholes, I'm not sure what the
If
real.
you got a good assessor, they
there's
are.
not that many breaks of property taxes
They
as
write it off.
according to income
They write a lot
taxes,
of those things off as expenses.
but not on property tax. There's no write-offs. The only thing you get is you could get a deferment on paying them if the community wants you bad enough for
Which
10
they
years.
do often too.
And then the EDA, which is strongly sponsored by the state, they're always pushing that too. So on one hand, they're telling you, we'll give you a big break if you only build here, but then after you build, well, we want you to value it for more.
I appreciate the other point of view though.
Yeah.
I think it is some merit. I'm not persuaded though, not at this point.
I have a question directed to the clerk, since you are director of elections.
Yeah.
What's the straight ticket voting? Can you shed us a little light on that?
What, on the
Kind of-
upcoming,
Why do they want to eliminate the straight ticket voting? What's,
I would say the main reason is because you really can't vote for the people you want on a straight ticket.
okay.
Are you talking about in the primary?
Or the general election,
The general election?
You don't vote at straight ticket.
Or there's always, here's what it is.
For
When
the
you look at
person-
the ballot, the very first thing on the ballot, if you check that,
Right,
it
Yeah.
hits
and
if
they
you're
want to
Democrat,
eliminate that.
and they want to eliminate that.
Oh.
Right.
So you vote for who you want instead of a flat party vote.
Yeah, but I know lots of people says, oh, I just want to party that, I don't care.
Well, that's a personal choice, that's being lazy.
But, yeah, and that, you're right.
Yeah.
They're not really checking in who is really good for that office.
No, they're just voting. as
Well,
straight
yeah, and that's
tickets.
what, now I also think of like the term limits now, and I support them that
Yeah,
it actually, we're saying to ourselves, no, we're lazy as an electorate, that,
Yeah, we are.
and that power didn't go away, you have those staffers that stay forever up there in Lansing, they're the ones that are like,
They're
you know,
running
the
the
power
government.
behind the
They
throne.
know what to do.
Yeah,
but,
Yeah, but
and
we're
and
not
I
them.
have to, I've never voted straight ticket.
no, I never did either.
But it's partially political because they figure you'll get, you have to actually go down every one that some people get votes for name recognition if nothing else. Okay, where if you went straight party, that doesn't happen. And then the minority parties, who hardly ever win anyway, they have no chance because they're never even gonna look at their name. You know, if you're a libertarian or a Green Party or
Green
something.
Party or
You know,
whatever.
I mean, you have a minute chance at best, but you have no chance. A lot of people vote on that.
Even if they don't.
And what's the change to absentee there, there's a thing about absentee, make it more, you could use it. The reason for absentee ballot.
You're more liberal,
Okay,
more liberal. Yeah, and I agree with that.
all right, so what, for our voters out there, what do you need to do for, how
All
far?
they have to do is call in and ask for an application for an AV to vote. I will send you the application and you'll mail it back and I'll send you an AV vote. I also have an AV voters list, people that are permanent AV voters that vote every year.
How far in advance of the election they have to contact you?
Well, if they're registered, they
They're-
only have to call early enough so they can,
Just early enough so I
Mail
can
one,
get
get
the
it back,
application
mail
to
one.
them
And they can get it
2 to
back.
3 weeks before the election. It's a
Okay.
good time,
All right.
2 to 3 weeks.
if they're registered.
If they're registered.
Okay.
I don't know, is that, because what they're talking about is possibly, right now, there's a checklist on the absentee. I'm gonna be out of town, I'm over a certain age,
Yeah.
handicapped or something. Well, they wanna do it so it doesn't matter
Doesn't matter.
what reason.
Right.
I don't know, has that been signed?
I don't think it's.
I
I don't think it's
so.
been approved yet, but it probably will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can, if you just want to do absentee. I have a problem with electronic voting, if there's no paper ballot, I'm against that.
Well, it's
Because
kind
a
of.
vote could disappear into cyberspace in a
Well,
flick of a switch.
well, you
I
know,
have
it's
no
like,
problem with
you
that.
have to put some effort into the process.
Yeah,
Right.
You know, you really do.
and that's the problem I had with consolidation of elections. Hear people say about cost of that, but you know what? Democracy ain't meant to be convenient.
Exactly.
It's meant to be
Yeah.
kind of a pain in the
Yeah.
rear.
But voter turnout is very low,
It always has been.
yes.
And with AV voting, it really does
Makes it
bring.
easier.
Right.
Yes, it's better.
Even though it's, because you have a lot of invalids and people that just can't stand in
Well,
line.
yeah, I have no problem with that, absentee.
Right.
About the low voter turnout, I don't know how we
That's
solve that.
apathy. That's, you know, that's nothing but apathy.
That's why the presidential election, they should have a separate election just for that, and then all the other stuff on another day.
Well, you know, sometimes I think if you're not educated, if you're not up on the issues, I'd much prefer you don't vote,
Yeah,
you know? You're just gonna
Because-
go in there because you've heard one name for, you know, 2 years or 3 years. You don't know anything about it, you don't know the issues, you don't know anything, but you recognize that name.
I mean, when it seems like a criticism when you go for the presidential election, we're not choosing a president, we're choosing a god, you know?
Yeah, well, no, it takes some, it's democracy, and it takes some action on your part to participate.
I think.
And it should.
I think there's been floating around to keep term limits right now, but maybe to double the length of the terms there in Lansing. I had our,
Really?
yeah,
Why?
I've heard that floating.
You said they want to.
Our Senator Pavlov, he told me, he spent 6 years in the House when he terminated it out, and he was just beginning to get a good grasp of that House, of that body, when he had to leave.
Yeah, but I also, you've got a person that really isn't doing their job and they're in for a longer time.
Then it's up to the voters to
Get them up,
Yeah.
but if they have this long term where they're,
No, it'd be 2-year terms.
oh, I see
It's
what you're
just that
saying.
they're not, they could have more than
Yeah,
two.
if you're doing a good
More
job for
than
your
two.
Then,
constituency,
Yeah.
I see what you're
then
saying.
stay.
But
Yeah.
incumbents have a tendency to get reelected
Yeah.
Yeah,
everywhere, so. The people that gripe the loudest, usually their representative or senator's been in the longest.
Mm,
So, gee, either everybody loves this guy, then what are you griping about?
right.
Yeah,
Get somebody running against.
But yeah, but you know, power never goes away. It just transfers from, it's like physics.
They switch
Yeah,
jobs
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, you have those staffers, professional staffers up there, they're the ones,
that do the work.
they're not term limited out, and they're up there.
Right.
So, make it.
But I'm not so sure they're running the show. I mean, the policies that they're directed to do come out of the person that's elected to do it.
Right.
And you're more,
And
and
if they're not doing it, then somebody else is gonna be on their staff.
you're more likely to get shifts in power from party to party with the term limits than you would
Yes.
otherwise,
Right,
so.
gotcha.
Okay, I
All
said my piece.
Okay, well, next month we'll probably have some stuff here. I probably should have done it this month because we have to submit for a site plan review and a special land use for the hall.
Oh my God, we really do.
And, so we'll be getting there.
Good.
This week yet, maybe we'll be applying for the variance. I probably should have got the site plan in, but I couldn't. The planner was out of town last
We're looking
week.
at the January zoning board administrative meeting for that.
Yep,
Good, very good.
Yeah. And, so we're moving along on that. We don't have the construction prints yet. And, our architect's having surgery tomorrow, so it's gonna be a couple of weeks before he
yeah.
can do that. So we're trying to speed things up so we can get to a point where if we're gonna bid something,
Spring.
we can get moving.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully,
or sooner.
early spring.
Right.
You got a lot of demolition to do too, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's the trouble. We have it's a bad year in one respect because we have 4 elections.
Right.
So it is what it is. I don't have anything else other than, I'd like to wish everybody from Casco, to you, or to Casco, a Merry Christmas and Happy
Happy
Holidays.
holidays.
Right.
And you're always welcome to come and visit us. That's all I have.
Okay. I make a motion to adjourn?
I'll support that.
Okay.
Moved and support to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Stand adjourned.